No one is coming to save you, but that's the good news. We're told to wait. As children, we wait for the grown-ups to fix it. As students, we wait for the answers to be handed down. As adults, we wait for life to get easier, for purpose to show up, for someone to show us what we're supposed to be doing. We're always waiting for something. The perfect opportunity. The sign, the meaning, the right moment, the version of ourselves that will finally feel whole, stable, healed. And under all of that is the subtle hope that someone, or something, is coming to fix it. We just can't name who. Maybe it's the next relationship. Maybe it's the dream job. Maybe it's God, or the universe, or a future version of ourselves, but always someone else, something else. A force bigger than us that will swoop in and pull us out of this fog. And so we wait. We wait inside jobs that don't light us up. We wait inside relationships that feel like echoes. We wait behind screens, hoping the next scroll, the next video, the next insight will break through and save us. But no one comes. Not because you aren't worth saving, but because that's not how this works. You don't get rescued, you wake up. And that's a terrifying idea at first, because when you realize no one is coming, it feels like the floor drops out, like the entire world has betrayed you, like you've been lied to your whole life. You think, if no one's coming, then what do I do now? And that's where it begins. Because buried inside that collapse is something else, something terrifying, but also real. The truth that you are the one. Not because you have to be perfect, not because you have all the answers, but because you're the only one here. You are the only consciousness in this body, the only one who can feel what you feel, the only one who can know what hurts, the only one who can choose what happens next. And when you stop waiting, something shifts. Not suddenly, not magically, not all at once, but gradually, piece by piece, the responsibility begins to move from being a weight to becoming a tool. Not a burden, a chance. You are not waiting for life to begin. You are already inside it. You thought someone would come. Even if you didn't say it out loud, even if you didn't admit it, some part of you is always holding out for someone wiser, someone stronger, someone with the map. You hoped that life would hand you a moment that makes sense of all the noise, that things would click, that pain would vanish, that one day you'd wake up and everything would be lighter. But the moment never came. And slowly, a new truth began to form, not in your thoughts, but in your bones. No one is coming. No one is coming to explain the chaos. No one is coming to tell you what matters. No one is coming to grant you clarity or meaning or peace. Because it was never their job. You realize the weight of your life rests in your own hands, not because the world is cruel, but because it's honest. It reflects, it reveals, but it doesn't rescue. And that moment of realization can feel brutal, like being dropped in the middle of an endless desert with no compass, like waking up in a ship with no one at the wheel, like discovering that the adult you became is still waiting for a voice to say, "Here's what to do." But that voice doesn't come. And that silence, that void, that's the beginning of power. Because when there is no rescuer, you stop outsourcing your worth. When there is no map, you start walking your own path. When there is no answer, you begin asking better questions. This is the moment people call a breakdown. But it's not a breakdown. It's a break open. And through that crack, light begins to leak in. It hurts. Not just emotionally, existentially. The collapse doesn't come with a warning. It doesn't come with guidance. It just arrives quietly, like smoke, like fog slipping under the door. And suddenly the beliefs that held you up start to dissolve. The belief that someone has the answers. The belief that things will eventually make sense. The belief that if you just hold on a little longer, life will reward you. But those beliefs begin to fall apart. And what's left? Silence. Stillness. The terrifying openness of not knowing. This is the collapse. You might lose interest in things you used to care about. You might feel disconnected, like you're drifting through your own life. You might look in the mirror and not recognize who's looking back. This isn't depression. This isn't failure. This is the moment before the shift. Because your old world is dying. The one built on waiting, on stories, on rescue fantasies. And death always comes with grief. So let yourself grieve. Grieve the life you thought you'd have. Grieve the version of you that clung to a savior. Grieve the dream that someone would come and make it all okay. Because that version of you did their best. They survived. They hoped. They waited. But now, something else is growing in the ashes. And it's not someone coming to save you. It's you. Something begins to open, not like a door, not like a sudden awakening, but like a crack in the concrete. A small, almost invisible shift in the fabric of your being. And through it, something warmer begins to rise. Possibility. Not the false kind, fed to you by advertising or promises of overnight success, but the quiet kind. The kind that says, if no one is coming, then maybe I can begin. Not because you're ready, not because you have it figured out, but because waiting is no longer an option. And when waiting ends, movement begins. This is the opening. It's fragile. It's uncertain. It won't feel heroic. But you'll begin to notice the small things. The decision you make not to numb out tonight. The moment you choose truth over approval. The breath you take when everything feels too loud and you stay anyway. These are the openings. You begin to reclaim pieces of yourself that were buried in fear. You begin to act not to perform, not to impress, but because your life matters. And as you do, something shifts inside you. You stop waiting for permission. You stop begging the world to see you. You stop hoping someone else will decide what matters, because you are here now. And that is enough. You feel it now. Not the weight of being alone, but the quiet recognition that you are capable. Capable of presence. Capable of change. Capable of showing up for yourself, even when no one else does. This is the power. It doesn't roar. It doesn't demand. It whispers. It says, you're not a victim of your life. You're the one living it. Not in control of everything, but responsible for something. Your choices, your awareness, your direction. You are not here to be rescued. You are here to rise. And it won't be perfect. You'll falter. You'll question it all again. You'll look around and wonder if maybe you were wrong. Maybe someone really is supposed to show up. But no one will. And that's still okay. Because you've remembered what they never taught you. You don't need saving. You need to keep choosing. And you will. Again, and again, and again. Not because it's easy, but because something in you knows it's time. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. It helps more than you think.